All right, welcome back everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the videos here recently. They've been a little different with the rental carts and going to West Virginia and stuff, but we're back to our regularly scheduled content, I guess if you want to say. No more rentals, no more random last minute decision races. It's time to focus and get ready for Liberty and indoor racing here. So we're gonna start getting the old Phenom ready to go. Little backstory, we ran a couple races last year. We went to Shipshewana. I borrowed a cart from Kirk's brother and we ran really well. I had a shot at the top three until late race incidents and cautions sent me to the tail. I think I ended up sixth. So overall it wasn't bad. I ended up going to Liberty once. I ran a 2001 Shadow and just absolutely got my butt kicked. I finished last in everything. So I was kind of racing indoors on borrowed stuff, and I actually had someone contact me and said, if you want to go indoor racing, let me know. Maybe we can put something together. So we ended up buying this, I think it's a 2007 or 2008 Phenom, which is kind of regarded as one of the best, if not the best, indoor cart ever. More so for concrete than dirt, but it's still a good cart. So thanks to a very generous donor, I was able to get this Phenom for like $1,200, and we took it out for the last race at Liberty, and it was a huge improvement. It was a great success. I ended up qualifying for all three A mains. I actually ended up qualifying sixth, I think, for heavy, which was 2,000 to win. So to go from being last in everything to qualifying sixth and being competitive was a huge improvement, and it was awesome. I ended up actually flipping it. I ended up on my noggin. And we had some chain issues, but the cart was good. It was very competitive and a huge improvement. So if it wasn't for some bad luck, I think we would have had some good runs. It's weird to say that flipping and landing on my head was an improvement, but it was definitely an improvement. So we're going to roll with the old Phenom again here this winter, hope for more A-main starts. Obviously, the goal is a little lofty. Like I said, all the races are like 2,000 to win. So if I can be front of the B-main, I think that'll be awesome. I think that'll be great. But if we can sneak out an A-main or two, that'll be even better. That'll cap off the whole winter. So we're going to start getting this thing ready. It doesn't need a lot. Basically put an engine and a body on it and scale it. Obviously, since I flipped it, there was some damage. So I replaced a lot of stuff here, and I'll show you. So after the flip, all the heim joints and the right side tie rod were bent. So I put new tie rods on it left and right, new heim joints, new jam nuts. Obviously replaced the bearings and whatnot. Like I said, we were having some chain issues. We couldn't get the chain to stay on, so we have a new sprocket hub, a new motor mount, and we put a chain guide on it, which is what I run on all my carts. And then we did new rear bearings on the back too. Now, I changed all this stuff up before outdoor season started, and we had a bit of an issue where the axle doesn't really like to roll. I'm not sure why. I just kind of put it up in the loft and forgot about it because it's time to get ready for outdoors. So that's what I'm going to do here is work on this, try and get this to spin better, figure out what the issue is. Maybe the brake's dragging, or maybe this is a little bound up or something. I don't know, but I kind of forgot about it and just shoved it in the loft. But now it's time to get ready and get this thing apart and ready for racing. So unfortunately, on these older carts, it's not as easy to take the axle out, which is why I didn't mess with it. So on the new carts, you just have the two caps on top with the two bolts in each one. Axle just slides right out, and it's awesome. These are a little more difficult. There's no cassettes. They're bolted in here on these hangers. The right side's not too terrible, but on the left, it's hard to get to these bolts, especially the ones there by the brake calipers. They're a pain in the ass, which is kind of why I just shoved it in the loft and forgot about it, because I didn't feel like messing with it, knowing I wasn't going to race it for so long. But I put that as a future Alex problem, and now it's the future and it's present, so I got to deal with what my past self did here. But I don't think it'll be too hard of a fix. I think we can have a good winter as long as we keep the chain on and I keep it on all fours, and hopefully I can make a couple A mains. Okay, so that's probably going to be like the shortest time lapse ever. That was a super easy fix. Basically, this here was just too tight, this little like carrier thing. So loosen this up a little bit and now it's rolling. Brake wasn't dragging, nothing actually needed moved. I was just me being dumb and over tightened that. So yeah, basically whenever these carts were a thing and they were the brand new thing, I was like 10 maybe. And obviously Gramps did the work back then. So I don't know, this cart's a 2007, but I'm still trying to learn it and figure it out, I guess, because back then I didn't work on them because I was a little kid. Easy peasy. We're gonna get the motor put on it, get the body on it, and then this thing's ready to scale, and that's all there else is to it, basically. A lot easier than I thought it would be, which was nice. So enjoy the like 3-second time lapse, I guess, and we'll rock and roll on the rest of it. So I'm normally a Chafin guy, and by normally I mean I'm 100% a Chafin racing engines guy. He's been our engine builder for a long time, and he builds good engines, and he cuts us a deal. But we're running a Keller indoors. Whenever I said that I had a very generous supporter, it wasn't just the cart, it was everything. Cart, motor, clutch, tires, whatever. Basically, he said, whatever you need to go racing, tell me and I'll get it. And that's how we ended up here. He raced himself back in the day, and he was a Keller guy, so he hooked back up with Andy and got this awesome KPC power plant. We also have a brand spanking new bully clutch. And I don't know, I'm extremely appreciative and grateful of this. I've never had like support or a sponsor or anything like that where the guy was basically just like, tell me what you need and I'll get it. Me and Gramps, we've always done this on our own. We've had a few sponsors here and there, but nothing like this where it was like, you name it, I'll get it, don't worry about it. So I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity. If it wasn't for this sponsor, I would not be going indoor racing at all. I wasn't going to try and beg and borrow and steal from Brian to run indoors this year. I was just going to try and watch and hang out, basically. But like I said, I got an amazing opportunity from an amazing person, and we're going to go indoor racing basically with a full ride. He bought 5 brand new sets of tires. Obviously the cart, the engine has like 3 races on it, which was 1 indoors and 2 outdoors. Brand new clutch. So yeah, thanks to an amazing, generous sponsor, I'm able to go indoor racing, have something to do this winter. And yeah, I don't know, I really appreciate it, and I just wanted to throw that in here. So we're gonna be running a red body indoors. Obviously I'm more of a black, gray, blue kind of thing, like more go for the stealth blend in than the stick out. But whenever he ran back in the day, he ran a red body, so we're gonna go with red bodies because that's what he wanted. Like I said, very generous, very appreciative. Unfortunately, he can't race anymore, and this is his way of staying in racing and staying in motorsports. So any way that people can stay involved in racing, the better, whether that's on the track, in the stands, as a sponsor, even just as like someone who follows racing on Facebook. If this is his way of staying in the sport, then it's great, and obviously I will reap the rewards of that. But yeah, we're gonna go with a red body. It'll be a number 19. Kirk has some pretty cool graphics designed for it that we're gonna get cut out and slapped on this thing. I think it'll look really good. I know I keep saying he's like a sponsor or a very generous donor or like a mystery sponsor or secret sponsor with it. That's not necessarily true. I mean, it is true, but it's not. He's a dude's definitely a friend, like a very good friend. We met back in like 2017 or 2018. For any of you that don't know, I also race RC cars, and we met at an RC track. He just randomly sat across from me one day and basically just asked me how I was doing and what was going on. This was back in my early RC days, and you could definitely tell that I had no idea what I was doing, but we bonded over go-karts. He asked me what else I do, and I told him I race go-karts, and he said he raced karts back in the day, and basically we bonded over the love of racing go-karts, I guess, and he helped me out a lot that day. That was definitely the best RC car I had ever driven. Like, he showed me what tires to run and different things that just helped me out immensely, and if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't still even be into RC, and I ended up getting a couple wins and stuff, and that's definitely all because of him. So way back in 2017 or 18 or whatever it was, just a random dude sat across from me and happened to also like go-karts, and we've been friends ever since. We've gone to California to race RC cars, which was a super cool and a super fun experience, which I never would have done without him, and yeah, it was just neat. I ended up on the podium out there. I got a trophy. It was my first time to California or the West Coast, my first time flying. Just a lot of cool first memories and first opportunities, and just neat stuff that he's done for me throughout just these past few years. And he's definitely more than just a sponsor and a donor. He's a very good friend. He lives kind of far away, so we really only get to hang out during the winter months, during the RC stuff. So this is just another way for him to kind of stay into racing, give back to the racing community, and come hang out with his buddies, basically. So yeah, overall good guy, known him for a long time, been on some West Coast California adventures, and overall just a lover of motorsports and racing in general. So yeah, not really fair of me to just say he's a mystery sponsor or a donor. He's definitely a very good friend of mine, and glad that he's very willing to help me out and get on the track, because like I said, some of those RC wins never ever would have happened without him, and I wouldn't be racing indoors without him. So I definitely appreciate and cherish our friendship and hope it lasts forever. And even once all the racing is done, we can be, hanging out at the old folks' home or something, reminiscing on our days at the track. So I guess just more backstory on where this is all coming from and what's happening. So yeah, just very good guy, good friend, helps everyone out that he can, has a nice little circle of people he hangs out with at the track, and I was lucky enough to make it into that inner circle. So yeah, just an overall great dude who loves him some racing. I'm going to end this now because I don't know what else to say. So yeah, enjoy the video. All right, well, that was way harder than I thought it would be. Normally I have help. Normally Kirk's here, but she's not home right now. And I thought, I can get this done. It'll be fine. So she helped me get it on the ground there before she left. And gotta say, 10 out of 10. Don't recommend doing this on your own. That was difficult. Normally after I get everything marked and drilled, I put it back up on the stand so I can, mount the nose or whatever. So I got it. I don't know how great it is, but I got it. And it was difficult. I don't know, body looks pretty good. It's not a bad looking body, I guess. I'm not really a fan of red, but other than the difficulties of me doing it myself on the floor, it was pretty easy, pretty straightforward, and a nice body to mount. Sometimes they can be a big pain in the ass, but last few that we've gotten here have been real good, been real easy to mount. So yeah, other than the difficulties of doing it on my own, this thing is mounted. It's ready for decals and scaling, and other than that, we're good to go. All right, so we are scaled and ready to go. This thing's ready to hit the track, minus the graphics, of course, but I think I'm gonna save that as a surprise. Keep that a mystery until we're ready to go racing. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know I talked a lot in this. I thought it'd be a good idea to maybe have a little bit of a story and some background info for everyone. That way you know how all this came about, I guess. Maybe you hated it. Maybe you hated listening to me yap on forever, but I don't know, I thought it was nice, something a little different. Not just time lapses and track footage, but actually a little bit of backstory and understanding on how we got here. So yeah, I guess if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I'm also going to drop some links in the description, so check those out. It'll be Overdrive's Facebook, my Instagram, some other dumb stuff. So yeah, give it a like, maybe subscribe, leave a comment, check out the links, and we'll see you at the track Thanksgiving weekend, bright and early in Liberty, Kentucky.